We did all this for the American people because that's what we're hearing about.
But you did use subpoena power with Hunter Biden.
It will come as no surprise to you that I believe, and I believe, you know it to be true, that the Republican Party is replete, filled, chock full of hypocrites. And even though we know it, it is still nice to revel, to luxuriate, to celebrate the moments where they really let the mask slip and are outed on major corporate media shows as such, as vile hypocrites who are here to protect Donald Trump, to shield Donald Trump from the reality of his best friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, a notorious raper of children for decades. And Jason Smith is one of these vile, weirdo hypocrites, but also just feckless. The Republican Party used to be an organization. It was always pretty sinister, but they had some skill sets. They had some talent on the bench. It's just not that way anymore. It's B team, C team, D team at the highest levels of leadership in the party. Jason Smith from Missouri, Congressman, is the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, maybe arguably the most powerful committee in the entirety of the House of Representatives. Hugely powerful. And typically, traditionally, you have someone in that position who is politically adroit, who is skillful at appropriation and understanding the system of legislation, of committee work. It takes someone who's seasoned. It takes someone who's a good messenger, who can communicate the policy objectives. But generally, it's someone who has expertise, both politically and legislatively, right? You need this. That's just not the case with little Jason Smith. Jason Smith yesterday was on CNN with Casey Hunt and was being asked about the subpoena power of his powerful committee. And in the moment, he's like, well, I'm not going to subpoena anything related to Jeffrey Epstein because it's not of importance right now. If it had any import on the lives of Americans, like bringing prices down and bringing healthcare prices down and wages up, we would absolutely do it. But it's just not important. And then it gets pointed out, obviously, that, well, you subpoenaed over the Hunter Biden thing. Oh, yeah, well, that only happened one time. It's just it is so good. It's one of those moments that it comes along every once in a while, and we just have to talk about it. We have to share it. We have to, in order that, this is why we do it, that people out there will recognize, people who are on the fence, whether they be independents or rationality curious, reality curious conservatives, that maybe they are just liars. Maybe the shell game of what's important and what is not isn't appropriate for these moments of such import. Anyway, watch this yesterday. And by the way, let me say this. This was done masterfully well by Casey Hunt. I don't have always a lot of praise for people at CNN, for the work of CNN. But this is one of those moments where she let him talk just long enough to have her follow-up be as impactful as it could be. Watch this and let me know on the other side what you think.
Subpoena point. Would you ever use subpoena power to try to find out more information about Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, you may use subpoena powers at any point. That is not a common thing that I have utilized within the Ways and Means Committee. But if I felt like that it was a priority for Americans, then of course But like I said, this has not been something that's been a driving force. What people's cared about is the cost to put food on their table or the cost to put clothes on their backs. That's the focus they've had, or whether increase wages. And that is what our focus has been on the Ways and Means Committee. That's why we passed the one big beautiful bill, did no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, tax relief for seniors, an increased child tax credit, increased standard deduction. We did all this for the American people because that's what we're hearing about.
But you did use subpoena power with Hunter Biden.
Exactly. We have the authority to use it, but that is the only time that I have used it. Like I said, our focus has been delivering relief for working families, small businesses, and farmers. That should be the priority. Epstein is not the priority of everyday American who's working 9 to 5, just trying to put food on their table, clothes on their backs, and gasoline in their cars. That is not their focus.
All right, fair enough. And of course, I do take your point. Massive piece of legislation, Donald Trump's agenda did get through your committee, through the House of Representatives.
Would you ever use the subpoena power to find out more about this Epstein debacle? Oh, that's not a common thing that we do within the House Ways and Means Committee. No. If I felt like it was a priority for Americans, I would do so, he says. It's not something that's been a driving force, he said with his childlike voice. People care about the cost of food, he says. They care about the cost of clothes on our backs, but not that. And then the follow-up. These are moments that we need to spread far and wide. They are among some of the most important from a messaging standpoint, from a communication standpoint, from a changing hearts and minds standpoint. The bad news would be if the Republican Party started catching on and they started putting more talented, better communicators, better messengers in positions of power like this. The good news is I don't think they have it. Again, I think their bench is real weak, very shallow. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line. Leave me a fewer than 3-minute voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I appreciate you very much. You can follow me on social media. I am everywhere. I'm on Facebook and TikTok and not on Twitter, not on the Nazi Twitter anymore, but, Blue Sky mainly. There's some good ones out there that are, as good as it gets for social media. I'm at Dollemore. I'd love to see you. And I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine, be less like Jason Smith, and take care of one another. Nothing ever comes for free, right? There are always strings attached. If you're using a free email service like Gmail, did you know that all your emails are being scanned and tracked even after you delete them? Big Tech tracks all of it. Your plans, your purchases, your trips, your confidential messages, so that then they can build profiles to sell to advertisers and who knows who else. Whether you realize it or not, you are paying a price for that free email that you're using. It's time to make a change. It's time to move to StartMail. Based in the Netherlands, which is a country renowned for its strong data protection laws, StartMail has been a trusted name in secure email for over 10 years. It is a privacy-focused and secure alternative to that so-called free email that you've been using. Unlike big tech email, StartMail never scans or tracks your communications. And when you delete an email, it is gone, actually gone for good. StartMail also blocks hidden tracking pixels in your emails, protecting you from being monitored by hackers and snooping companies. With strong encryption and unlimited aliases, StartMail really goes all in on privacy. In just a few clicks, you can switch over completely to StartMail, and you'll be able to migrate all your existing emails and contacts there as well. Try StartMail for yourself. It's completely free for 7 days. Head to startmail.com/Dollemore to get going, and you'll also get a 50% discount on your first year.